Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this session where we are going to talk about how we can upgrade our preschools and deal with the current situation. Before we start, let me give you a small introduction about our company. We have been in the preschool industry for a pretty long time. We started in 2007 and we have some of our own preschools. And the most important is that currently we cater to the complete ecosystem of the preschool, which includes technology, which includes all kind of curriculums for the preschools, which includes materials, which includes training. So entire gamut of services are provided by us. Now, about myself, let me just introduce. My name is Prashant Sanyal. I am the managing director of the company. And my background is that I have been working with the corporate for a quite long time. I'm basically a graduate from IIT. And after that, I did my management education with ICFI and IIM. So that is in short about me as well as about our company. Now, let's get into today's topic. Yes, this COVID-19 has been a very, very serious pandemic situation, unprecedented situation which we could never imagine. Just think of the month of January. Did you think of situation like this? February, March, and suddenly it came and hit us. So entire industry is shaking. Everybody is trying to change their way of doing things. Everybody is pivoting once again, depending upon the new normals that are coming. It is impacting the life and the livelihood. So as far as the life is concerned, please make sure that all of you take all safety precautions, follow all the norms in terms of sanitization, in terms of social distancing, in terms of all the precautions that you can perhaps take. Nothing you should take a chance, because it is extremely important that first you should protect the life, because not only you, it can transmit to others also. So the life is one thing. We all should put our effort to make sure that we are taking all the steps. So stay safe, stay healthy. Next, coming to the livelihood part of it, yes, this has become a big challenge. All the preschool centers are closed. In fact, many industries are suffering. But within that, education industry, which is also impacted, but education industry is trying to pivot in a little different way. All of you are aware that online and various things are coming up. But we are in a preschool scenario. So can we do it, and how well can we do it? So we will be discussing on some of the important questions which will shape our future. That is why these are all strategic questions for dealing with our future situation. So let me start with the first question, which is about that how this outbreak will change the entire preschool landscape and the admission behavior of parents. This is very important thing. For sure it will change. And let me give you my views how it is going to be. First of all, what I believe is that, yes, today the focus on small preschools, which are smaller in size, where the crowd is not much, which are well managed, which are close to the vicinity for the customers, where the customers need not send the children to a very far off distance, those will be preferred, because safety is the most important thing. So preference will come to the smaller preschools where the crowds are less, compared to a very, very crowded place where many students are there. That's what I think, and that is what could be the preference of the parents also. And there are few surveys. The surveys also show the similar result. Now, what more can we expect? Yes, the strength in technology is what is making all the industries who are there in a current situation, the technology is saving them. Whoever can apply the technology best, whoever has got a chance, not that all industry can apply the technology, but education can apply the technology in a big way. So technology is a big savior. Now, when I'm talking about the technology, I'm not talking about only the education technology per se. Yes, in that, a lot of things can be done, and which we have done it. We'll talk about that. But apart from the education technology, the entire system, how you support the parents, how you communicate, how you manage, all the processes of your center, all our preschools, everything, if they are managed through technology where customer need not again and again come, there is no much of physical visit and things like that are required, that will be preferred by the customer. Second, a brand association with a brand is very much important because everybody is trying something new, isn't it? And of course, this situation is a situation where everybody has to act very quickly. So time is very less with everybody. So if something has been developed not in a very, very well-cooked manner, that will not be relished by the customer. So if there is a brand association who has been doing this, that will definitely be preferred because that is a kind of a sign of credibility. Next. Now, here, since there is a huge impact on the health and the hygiene, so obviously the individual attention, the parents will be worried about their children. So a lot of preference will go for the center or the system where they are getting individual attention, individual feedback, and they can check things individually what is going, because there are a lot of uncertainty. So individual attention is another thing where a lot of preference will be given. And that is where, again, the smaller unit with a lesser number of students, less than 100, can do a much better job. Another thing which is very important is the affordable and less expensive. We understand there is a huge impact on the economy, on the earning of various people. So therefore, the choice or the purchasing power is slowly, perhaps it has come down. At this moment, it will again come up in future. Definitely our economy will do well one day. But at this moment, there is the crunch. Everybody is worried. Everybody little bit cash starved. So in this situation, whoever are having the affordable fees, they will definitely be preferred, provided they have all the other positive things. So with this, let us move to the next point, which is the next question, which is also another very important question, that how will an at-home support education play a role in meeting the new expectation of parents till your preschool reopens? Yes, everywhere we are hearing stay at home. Every time we are hearing that, the current situation, there is not likelihood of getting a vaccination soon, and this kind of uncertainties, a lot of uncertainty we keep hearing. But one strong message every time it is coming is stay home as much as possible. And when you come to the education system, you must have seen the thrust even from the Ministry of HRD. Everywhere there is some preference is given to the online things so that people can stay home and learn things. So at home activity in terms of study will go up, and let us understand how will an at-home support education play a role in meeting the expectation of the parents who are having the children who are going for a preschools. So here, you know, at-home system is definitely going to be the game changer for the education industry. So far we have seen, yes, we knew that people have to go to good school and a lot of things will be done there, and the school bills, yes, along with the school, I'm not meaning that their contribution will come down, but along with the school, when the doors of the schools are not so wide open, obviously there has to be an alternative system which does a job as good as what school does, or maybe even better. So this is definitely going to be game changer. I did not elaborate. You are also quite aware of what is going on all over as far as the education industry is concerned. Surely it is going to be a game changer. Now, what is happening? In the name of online, the various things are coming up from the various quarter. I just mentioned that everybody is in a hurry to create something online. But ultimately, the content is the king. The more immersive, more interactive, and with the connection to the live session will be on demand. So the quality of the content, the online program, or the study program at home has to be extremely strong. This is what is very much required. So again, it should not be such that all the time the children are looking at the computer or various devices and trying to learn. Especially for a preschool children, there has to be a lot of activities. So there will be a lot of involvements from the parents. Those things are also extremely important. So the whole program that is thought of that will do a good job has to be woven around the involvement of the parents too. So next, dependence on coming to the school. You know what we used to say, that I'm not gone to the school, I was absent for 2 days or 3 days, I missed the classes, I missed the content, then ask my peer student that give his or her notebook and learn out of that. So those days are going. So dependence on coming to school, if that is a mandatory, that is a sign of weakness. There has to be a strong backbone system where the dependence is lot reduced. So the technology is the thing which can reduce that dependence. So next point, which is another question that I have, is that how to rethink your customer experience strategy and take steps to ensure admission customers feel safe with your preschool program when you start your academic session. For sure, there will be a day when you will be starting, you will be opening the door of the school, but how it will be, there are a lot of talks going on, the odd even, there will be phased timing. In what shape it will come, we do not know, but definitely you will open your preschool door one day. But you are starting the program, perhaps earlier to that, we are starting the program, which is, we call it as an at-home program, much earlier. So let us rethink on the customer experience, what they are looking for. So here, first of all, nobody wants a very, very hard, rigid, regulated kind of a system that so much attendance is required, so many times PTM visit has to be made, so many times teacher has to be met. All these things will go away. Little bit relaxed, flexible, and easy to follow school rules will come, at least in terms of visits and the meeting. Visit by the student to the school or the parents to the school. So more relaxed things will come. Second is that focus on safety and the hygiene will be high. So there has to be strong center-specific protocols which has to be established for the safety of the children as well as staff. So these are the few things they will look for. Now, next, other thing is that, yes, this goes without saying in terms of sanitization, in terms of checking the temperature, in terms of a social distancing, the various norms, or there will be guidelines before the schools are open. All these things are to be adhered to. That is a must. The other things which are important in connection with this is that, yes, the parents will be worried about their children. Getting an access to the CCTV surveillance will definitely boost their confidence. So these are few finer things which are very, very important, and of course the individual attention, that is also very important. Another thing which is very, very important is that for any purpose, visiting to the school office, as much as it can be reduced, that will help. So a setup of a virtual school office, because the app itself is an office. You can communicate, you can ask questions, you will get a reply, you can pay your fees or whatever it is, all kind of things. What you do by going to a school, the whole thing should be digitally available through an app. Those are the things now the customer will be expecting now. Next question that we have is that, yes, in this difficult time, how do we improve our revenue position, which is very, very vital. And in this, of course, revenue can come if you add value to the customer. That is a simple thing. Without adding value, a revenue will not flow in. So how you can add value, how you can have more admissions, let us talk about that. Now here, what happens is that the entire community which you are serving, they should know about your center, about your unit. Maybe they are already aware of your center, but what happens is that they should know the changes that you are adopting. So how do you communicate today? It is all digital. Because preschool largely depends on board, banner, and things like that. But now the dependence on digital has to be much more. So strong digital promotion, which is required. Then strong digital communication. You should be able to communicate like what we are doing right now is a communication. Next, use of all kind of social media channels, because today the customers, instead of sitting in an office and listening to what the other side of the table is saying, they would prefer to read it in their device or to learn it over a phone call and things like that. So strong use of social media channel has to be there. And another thing we should not forget, because there are a lot of changes are there. The new changes are to be embraced. So whatever you have, the board, banners around your center, maybe you can put the notices that the school will go for home-based learning, and whatever new things that you plan to adopt, whichever way you think, that also should be communicated, because the people will be passing through, people will be reading your boards around your school, so that can also be a powerful communication tool. Next question is that how our Quick Bright Upgrade program can help you. Now the whole idea of the Quick Bright Upgrade program is that in a current situation, how we can support people making least amount of changes and which can be quickly adopted by them. So we'll talk about how it can be done. So first of all, I would like to tell you that about 3 years back, the Bright Age Edu systems, when the rest of the preschool industry was talking about the franchisee system, we came up with a completely different system. we talked about a smart support system which is technology based. And that is not when we started doing it when there is a COVID. We did 3 years back. We have hundreds of preschools who are getting supported through our smart support system. So this is a system where the support, we have various things in that, ticketing and all those things. The support is super fast, very quick. It can be availed anytime, anywhere. It is not that you have to open your school and then somebody will visit and explain the things. And it is physical contactless. It is not that we have made this particular thing for COVID. This is what has been our modus operandi, our methodology of supporting for the last 3 years. And over 3 years, it has matured quite well, whatever small issues are there. So we have now today a very, very robust system around our supporting our partner schools, which we call it as a smart support system, and it is much evolved. Next is that our technology expertise, which took a lot of time for us to develop the things. So why I'm talking about a quick? Because once you develop something on the technology, it can easily be deployed all across. So whatever technology things we had developed over a period of time, a long list of items are there, which our team can explain better. I'm not getting into the list now. So all these things are just a click of the mouse, these are available. You just have to have the login ID and the password, and you have everything available information, along with a support executive who is hand-holding and helping our new partners to onboard. So it is very, very quick. It is not that we have to Xerox, we have to send it through courier, and then somebody will come and explain. It is very fast. An entire technology expertise, over the year it has been developed. In fact, we got many of the awards, as you can see on the background of our this thing behind me. So there are many awards. And all these things, again, I am repeating, not for COVID, because we believe these systems will anyway be required for the success, for the growth. Any organization who is today's world not embracing the technology is creating a big weakness in the organization. So we have worked towards that particular thing. Then we have got a state-of-art, vast amount of digital resources, huge amount of digital resources that we have. And for that only many awards, many things. Whoever looks at the digital resource, it is huge. And those are the things we call it as our assets. I will show you some of the examples of that. One is that we have got, there's something called a My Bride book. In that, these are the books published by us. So these are like normal books, how the books come. But here, the advantage is that the moment you scan the page comes alive. So every time this happens, I can give you an example. About 2 years back, we launched 2 books only because we could make only that much. And now we have got almost 60, 70 books where all these things have been deployed. So with the first 2 books, let me explain what happened is that one book was for teaching the alphabets, A, B, C, D. And I remember when we are going to some of the centers, they say that, as per the timetable given by the head office, that means what we have given, we are talking about up to IJ in the month of September for the nursery session, nursery class. But the children, they are already aware more than that. Because what has happened, the book itself has got an anytime, anywhere teacher. So they took it home and the parents were scanning, parents were showing it to them, and they learnt it. So our timetable, which we have been following, that in this month we'll teach these 3 alphabets, next month this 4 alphabets, that went for a toss. So learning power of the children is extremely high. Only they are to be fed with the correct thing. So this is where, the smart book helps a lot. So next that we have is something called a bright concept teacher. This is for the schools. What happens, we understand, there are a lot of challenges in recruiting good teachers, trained teachers, as well as retaining them. So as a result, what happens when you lose a teacher for the children of your preschool, it is like losing the second mother. And the new person who comes teaches in a different style and things like that. And there could be such that sometimes you are facing the scarcity of good teacher, and whoever is managing the class is making a little bit of errors in teaching, not pronouncing things properly, not showing them the right props. So these things are actually dependent on how good is the teacher. But when it is a technology, it is all consistent. So what we did is that we created a companion teacher for every classroom. And it is online, it is available, it can be downloaded and played also. All those technicalities I am not getting into. So what happens, the teacher gets a companion teacher. And it's a big help to the teacher, because teacher also, while teaching in a preschool situation, a lot of time gets distracted by the children's various activities. So teacher's role is to encourage the child, re-explain the thing, and the bright concept teacher explains everything very, very nicely. So this is another tool that we have. All our partners, for every classroom, it is provided. So dependence on the teacher, it is much reduced, so that if any attrition or any disruption of getting that particular teacher, children's study should not get affected or adversely impacted. So next thing that we have is this is a new program. In our curriculum, we have something called an interactive smart class. So interactive smart class, so far, it used to happen in the classroom. So now we have come up with a Bright Jiffy program where the entire interactive study can be done at the home also. So every student will get their account, means email ID and the password, and they can log in and do various activity, and everything is, progress is tracked. Perhaps I missed talking about the Bright Concept Teacher, which was earlier going to various classrooms. Now the accesses are given to all the students. At their home, this concept teacher is reaching. And every student will have their, the parent basically, will have the login ID and the password, which they will use. They can track, there is a progress report, all kind of analytics are available, whether it comes to a Bright Concept Teacher, whether it comes to Bright Jiffy. In addition to that, we have few more things. There is something which we believe is very important, because the children's learning power is huge. We all say that 90% of the brain development happens by the age of 6. So this is a multiple intelligence program. So when we talk about a multiple intelligence, it talks about, it is not the intelligence on the study, but how well you speak, how well you manage, how well you react, how well you comprehend. All these things are some exhibiting some social behavior. These are also the part of your intelligence. So intelligence only for study and not having intelligence on the social behavior, responding, communication, then it's not a fully blown. So multiple intelligence is very, very important. So this is an app which inculcates the multiple intelligence for the children. I'm not getting into the details. Our team can show you a demo. There are fantastic menus in this, by which we have been using this particular app for about years now. Next, that is very, very important. Now, when you are talking about so many new things, yes, even when we talk to our customers, whether it's a parent or a new business school partners like all of you, obviously everybody wants to know when it has been done, how it works, and things like that. And in fact, these things, as I said, not that we have started developing now. These are all developed and fine-tuned to a large extent, and that is why our brand has won many rewards. So we have got a strong brand position on this. Now, so far, I talked about the digital thing. Now, one thing I just want to tell you, that our parent preschool, the name of that is Bright Kid Montessori House. And I'm sure all of you understand the Montessori involves a lot of activities, hands-on activities. There are a lot of scientifically designed materials. Children have to do it. So our program is not only all digital, digital, digital. Digital is only one part of it. We do preach, follow very heavily on the Montessori activities. We are also the manufacturer of various Montessori materials. And whatever we produce, my customers, they say that yes, we can buy the item, but there are difficulties on how to use it. Now we have a system that when it is a Montessori material from us, you can just scan the material and immediately a lesson will come how to use that particular Montessori material. So no preschool owner will face a challenge when a teacher comes and says that I don't know how to use this material. It is just scan and learn. That kind of a convenient thing. This is also something first time we did it. So again, coming back to our curriculum is not only the digital, not only the online, it is more on the hands-on approach. But under the current situation of home preparation, yes, the focus is more on the digital side of it, and we have got an excellent book kit. Through that book kit also a lot of hands-on activities are done. So going forward, the other thing that we did is that in terms of the royalty, we never tried for a kind of a franchisee system for the last 3 years. We know the franchisee means more money, but many of you who are listening, who have already contacted us, might have experienced when you said that I want to take the franchisee. We said no, take our affiliate model, which is much cheaper, which does not have the royalty, which does not have the hard franchisee terms and conditions and the agreement, which does not have a strong exit clause. Because we believe when our business partner gets the value, he will be with us. So we don't need a strong agreement, strong things, and we are not heavily focused on collecting every day in the first day. So franchisee, compared to the franchisee, the package that we came up, it is much more affordable. The other thing that we have is that we are today catering to the complete preschool ecosystem. Now, when I talk about the complete preschool ecosystem, what all it includes? It includes the technology part of it, which we have talked about. And perhaps in a preschool industry, if anybody does a comparative analysis, and that is what the various survey agencies have done, and they have given us an award. But if anybody wants to do this assessment, what we have in terms of technology for preschool level, it is really vast. Second is that in our ecosystem, we are catering to the curriculum, training, and SOPs, because we have now 13 years of experience in this particular industry. Not that we thought about 2 years or 3 years, 5 years back. So hugely, the kind of expertise, the experience that we have is huge. And the experience is the best teacher. And we apply that best teacher to make our curriculum, training, and SOPs. Third item that we have is the marketing. Now, today's situation is such, the digital marketing, which all of us we understand, but we also have a little bit of fear. How does it happen, how to do, who will do, and things like that. We have a strong program. In fact, you will be surprised to hear that we have got so many preschool partners all over the country, and the entire marketing has been done digitally. It is so strong, and I'm sure some of you who already have got a long-standing interaction and a discussion with us is already aware of that, how strong we are. So same the digital capability we apply for our preschool partners. So in our ecosystem, we have the technology, we have the curriculum, we have the marketing, and another very important thing is the materials. Because as I said, the children will learn by hands-on. It cannot be only digital. So when it comes to the technology, you will find a group of people who are focused on a technology, or they are the materials manufacturer. And we have both. Technology, curriculum, marketing, and the materials. The complete ecosystem is supported by us. So with that, I have almost come to the end of that particular session. And here, what I want to say is that there are a lot more things to know about us. So all of you are most welcome. If you have any more questions, of course you will have questions. We have the team of the people who will guide you, who will answer your questions. Please feel free to ask your doubts. And another thing I'll tell you, there are many videos like this which are recorded. I mean, when we are talking, we record it. It is all available, not that somebody has told and tomorrow something else is told. All are available in our website. The number of videos, that itself will show you, and they are available for last 2-3 years, and we constantly keep updating. Whatever I am talking here, that will also go into that. So if anybody 2 years later wants to understand that what Mr. Sanyal had spoken long back, he can look at that particular thing. So huge amount of videos are available in our website, which clarifies various things. And in addition to that, if you want to know anything more, you are most welcome. So with that, I would like to finish off. And once again, thank you very much for joining us. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.